Welcome into another episode of 410 Sports Talk. I'm Glenn Martin. I'm here with my co-host James Haskell. And today we are here to talk about the fifth year, the Baltimore Ravens exercising the fifth-year option on Marlon Humphrey'S contract. So pretty expected. I don't think this shocks anyone, but let people know some more of the details if you have them. If not, I have them in front of me, Jim.
So as far as I know, as far as the fifth year goes, since he's a first-round pick, he gets a fifth-year option. And, we get to exercise that option. We can pick it up or leave it. And like you said, it's pretty obvious, for a myriad of reasons why we would pick it up. But the way that the pay structure works is he gets the average of the 3rd to the 25th highest paid corners in the league. They average that out, and that's his fifth-year salary. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Glenn, but I think you mentioned it's around $10 million.
Yeah, that's the anticipated value, yep.
In this season, which is a significant jump. Last year, he made $3 million, around there.
He's set to make 3.8 this season upcoming because his fifth year is the following season.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So either
but still a significant raise. I mean, it's still like tripling his salary.
Right. And I think it's an act of confidence if he's going into his fourth year and they already picked up his option for the fifth.
Yeah, that's what you typically do for a guy that is a home run first-round pick. You do it so early that you kind of make them feel good. You let them know, look, this is how much we trust you and care about you. We're picking up your fifth year before you even start your fourth.
Right. So let me ask you a question there, Glenn.
Yeah.
Will he be, by the end of this season, before he gets into his fifth year, will he be the highest paid corner in the NFL?
Yeah, I think he will. I think he'll come to a contract before he hits his fifth year. I mean, typically you want to get that done. You want to get that deal done. And, I mean, he just is such a Raven at this point. I mean, the way he plays corner like a linebacker, I mean, he just screams Raven. He's only 23 years old. He set career highs in tackles, interceptions, forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, and touchdowns last year. So the ceiling is we still don't know his ceiling really. I mean, the guy is he's just a Raven. I mean, I think it was a no-brainer to do this, and I think that he will be eventually the highest paid corner in the league. When you're an All-Pro, you're a Pro Bowler, and I don't see any reason why he's not going to be that this season. Unless they just don't throw his way. But when you look across our secondary, you got to throw it somewhere, and it's kind of pick your poison as who you try and attack.
Right, and I'll tell you what, and anybody out there in the YouTube universe can challenge me on this. He is absolutely far and above the most physical, aggressive corner in the NFL, especially when it comes to the run game and making tackles in general. I think he relishes it, man. He loves it. While other corners make business decisions, as I think Dion, was the first one to kind of start saying that, right, and even start that trend a little bit. Look, Marlon Humphrey's doesn't back away from any of it. Like you said, he plays like a linebacker in the run game. I love to see it. I'm really excited about it. And hopefully they get that deal done. What are we talking here? I mean, what do you think the annual will be on this guy?
Man, I try not to think about any of the annual salaries of our upcoming big-name free agents like Ronnie Stanley and now Marlon Humphrey. And, of course, the biggest of them all is Lamar Jackson in a few years when he's going to be making about $40 a year. But, I mean, he's going to get paid a lot, but that's what a cornerback is maybe the most important position on defense. I mean, a lot of people say corner or pass rusher are the most important positions because, of course, both directly affect the opposing quarterback, which is the goal. So I don't know. I'm trying to pull up here.
Yeah, I got some stats for you. Let me tell you this. The highest paid cornerback in the NFL right now is on the Dolphins. Byron Jones makes $16.5 million per year. Of course, that was that whopping deal that he got this year. Xavier Howard is the second at 15.1. The New York
don't they both play on the same team now?
Yep.
That's a lot of money dedicated to corner, man.
It's interesting because I think Belichick has changed where he invests his money, because if you look at his secondary and what he tries to do in his secondary and put his money, back in the day, those old Patriots teams, their monies were at them hogs up front. And now you start to see him build around, his marquee corner.
Gilmore.
Yeah. And so you see that kind of shift. It's not surprising that the Dolphins are doing the same thing, right? Like trying to.
It's a little surprising they're paying him that they have the number 1 and number 2 highest paid corner in the league. That part's surprising.
Get butts in the seat. They're getting a little desperate.
And they're not paying a quarterback, so it makes sense.
Right. And then the other, just to give you a couple of names, James Bradbury is third at 14.5, and old Patrick Peterson is fourth at $14 million.
So he's going to probably get around 17, 18. Yeah. I mean, it really depends on his mindset going into it. If he's that type of guy that goes, look, I think I'm the best and I want to be paid like it. I want to be the number 1 paid corner in the league, which a lot of guys have that mentality. Then yeah, he's going to get paid a ton of money. I think it's wishful thinking for Ravens fans to hope maybe he'll take some sort of a hometown discount, but I don't anticipate that. I mean, the players union doesn't like seeing players take hometown discounts because, of course, it affects the rest of its players, and that's its job, is to get its players the most money. So when they're seeing guys take team-friendly deals, it affects the market for the rest of the players. So they're not going to encourage him to do that either. So I anticipate him becoming the highest paid corner when it's his time.
Yeah, I agree with you. And the only thing I'll say on that is everybody talks about, guys being greedy and taking all this money and whatever. Have you ever turned down a pay raise? Ever?
Oh, no. It'd be crazy too. And people go, well, it's only $1 million. It's like, only $1 million. I mean, that's something that can change a generation. So
I'll crawl under a hot car, risk getting burned by exhaust for a $5 bill.
No doubt.
All right.
Yeah. So $1 million is $1 million, even if it's the difference of 16 or 17 million. They say it's only $1 million. Well, yeah, that only $1 million is life-changing money. So yeah, I anticipate him to be the highest paid. And look, he's earned it. So shout out to him and hats off to him.
Yep. Well, you guys stay tuned here as the news keeps breaking. We'll keep giving it to you. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to give us a like. Let us know your opinion on Marlon Humphrey. Is he worth being the highest paid corner? Give us your thoughts. If you think we're crazy, like I always mention, let us know. But either way, we welcome it, and we'll be sure to respond. We will talk to you guys soon.